grams of moss, 28 grams of moss. Little people the kings, little people the kings. Y'all ain't ready for this, y'all ain't ready for this. Yeah. I'm the champion, I'm the champion, don't know why you cats wanna wait to be when it's sweet just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early didn't finish the plate. Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game and I continue to win. See, I'm allergic to that, losing makes me sneeze. That's like you phony rap cat, about to make me squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, ATL is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons and I'm the truth. Wow, cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Still rep the AT, but I carry my throne. God bless this child that can hold it on. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause ain't another rapper out here better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you die. So when you can't scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the half. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the little cats know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my son. Gotta stay the best of people leaking trade love. And my throne and I'm the key. You can put that on my heart and I'm the God. Cause I'm the motherfucking champion.
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked out of your vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy. Serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just in Time Accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just in Time Accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
D-Lowe's Notary Service. Don Allen Lowe is your personal notary public, serving the Dallas area. You can call 214-962-8275, or you can call the office at 682-200-9345. If you have any other inquiries, you can email dlownotaryservice1@gmail.com. Once again, that's D-Lowe's Notary Service. Don Allen Lowe is your personal notary public. Any notary duties that you need done, he will be able to get it done. D-Lowe's Notary Service. Check it out.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Anthony Brown Show, the segment that we call the ATL. I'm joined tonight by none other than the very lovely, the very beautiful, the light bright, but Tyson Zababa.
Hello, everybody. Hope everyone is blessed tonight.
How you doing?
Blessed and highly favored. When I say so highly favored,
I know that's right.
it's on this
And
Good Friday.
we're gonna talk about Good Friday. Something I didn't realize, but it kind of makes sense. Well, it all came together today. I was listening to Instagram or Twitter or something, but we're gonna talk about it. Good Friday. And also joined this evening by none other than someone with the most roundest, plumpest, moistest, juiciest cakes on this side of the Mason Dixon. None other than Juicy Cakes herself.
Blessings, everybody.
Juju.
What's up, Juju?
Hey, how are y'all? I'm here.
Yes.
I say you sound sick, boo.
Mm-mm.
You
Huh?
okay? You okay?
I'm hurting, but I'm okay.
Oh Lord,
I
you got
had
some of
I
that.
had an MRI today. Huh?
I
You
said
got
I
some of
can't.
that.
Gosh.
I'll say you got some of the Don Allen juice.
No, I had an MRI of my brain and lumbar today, and they did it on the most oldest machine ever, and it beat me up real bad.
Let me tell
Wow.
you, got all the stuff over there to make you feel phenomenal.
Newbie been rubbing my back um for about last 40 minutes. My
I gotta
toes
get
just
me one of those. I gotta
She
get.
got. She
I
got. She
gotta
got.
get me a newbie.
Yeah, she got to get that song by Kaya. She forgot your neck.
she doing my I'm about to say she got my left toes to work and my fingers to move. So we
Supposed to do
working on I might be on in a few. Just give her moments to keep on going.
hang tight, because you're supposed to do your neck, your back, and your crack. I didn't mean to make you laugh. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
too funny.
it's so funny how even when Tiamo was in the midst of giving labor and car accidents and everything, and yet her dedication, she still comes on the show. Um, you in a car accident, damn near dead, you know, aching and paining, and yet you still come on the show. But then there's some people, you know, they throw out their knee and they can't come on the show.
But
But it's all,
everybody's journey different.
yeah.
And the knee was the last joint to form in the human body. So it might be the most missed sometimes with people. So, everybody got their own. I
Well,
wasn't gonna
anyway,
come on at first. And you
mm,
called and you convicted me.
you shana. Well, I appreciate you. I love your dedication and everything. But it's going to be real short because I only have two things to talk about. And we're going to be, before you know it, we're going to be saying good night.
Okay,
But
but I'm here for whatever time we need.
thank
Amen.
you.
Look, as
And I,
long as you don't penalize me for my camera being off, then I could do it because she helping me.
okay. I just want to remind everybody, just in case I did earlier, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Click that subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe. And hit that thumbs up, that like button. Lets YouTube know that you appreciate what we're doing over here. And then they share it with other people so we get more viewers and more people added to the family. And of course, if you comment below, we will see your comments and read them loud on the show and respond accordingly. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button. We appreciate you all. You say drive them crazy.
I'm here. I'm about to switch over to my laptop, y'all.
Okay, how was y'all's day?
My day was crazy today. I mean, I've been so crazy busy. You know, I mean, it's so difficult being self-employed, running a business from home, ripping and running. You got to take care of this, got to take care of that, got to be at this place, phone was running, got to get back home, got to take care of customers. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it was crazy.
In
You're
other
not
words, had a
complaining. You
blessed
just
day of
complaining.
plenty.
I told y'all we was getting abundance.
Man.
Yes, and that's exactly what happened, you know. So, yeah, all I had to do was show up. And he showed out.
God been showing out so crazy when it comes. Man, let me tell you.
Come on.
Man, it don't matter. Whatever it is, it's just, I'm so blessed. I don't even know how to be mad when people even try me. Like, you just smile and be like, you just mad.
Right.
Like this, Tiama, like this.
First off, Satan, mind your business. Mind your business right now, Satan.
Just let me tell you, just like that. Like, bro, listen, you can't.
You didn't even know I was gonna use your video.
No, I definitely didn't. But
I saw that video. I thought I'm gonna surprise her.
You could be in situations and like a person could be so angry, you so blessed that you can't even stoop to their level.
Exactly.
Like my baby daddy will tell you, I'm not finna argue with you.
You big man.
Satan, last thing I'm finna do is argue with you.
You know what?
Y'all hear man right there going off, Tyson?
That reminds me, I've been in a situation.
Yesterday, it wasn't a day.
Oh, go ahead, Juicy. Go ahead, Juicy.
No, I was gonna say, she was saying how I'm usually like that, T. But yesterday, I took advantage of an opportunity. Oh, and I went in and had a good time. I was singing them cuss word songs.
Okay.
I told someone everything I could think of.
And then some.
But it was fun. I was enjoying it. So it was like a release. A woosah.
Okay. Like I said, you like the cuss.
I tell y'all I do. And my grandma taught me. My grandma.
Or
She
if your
had a
grandma
boat.
taught you how to cuss, then yeah, she did them old nasty cussing.
Yeah. It's fun. My favorite was motherfucker. I didn't have a problem. I would beat you
That's
home.
Bernie Mac's favorite too. Bernie Mac's favorite is motherfucker.
Man, I remember running home at 5 years old, 6 years old. I called her a motherfucker. I said it. Because if we told on ourselves, we ain't get in trouble.
Okay. That's cute.
Down low.
Any latest going on with these new gun laws? Y'all heard anything? Well, check this out. Here's a teacher that was talking about, I don't know what state she's in, but this is her viewpoint, because you know, a while back they were saying something about, I don't know what state it was in. They were saying something about their solution to people coming on campus with guns and shooting kids and shooting up the school campus and everything was they're gonna start arming the teachers with guns and rifles and this and that, and you know, give them permission to carry a gun and this and that. Which when I first heard it, I didn't think that was the solution, and I didn't think that was well thought out. But here's a teacher voicing her opinion and her viewpoints on how she feel about it. Check this out.
Let me say this real quick. I don't know why every time something goes left in education that they think the right thing to do is to involve teachers, because it's not. Okay, let's be clear that your solution to school shootings cannot be to give teachers guns. Okay, that's not our job. We are not first responders. We are not the military, and once again, we are not heroes. It is not our job to put our life on the line to save kids. That's not what teaching is. So giving us guns is not the solution. When the plumbing goes out at the doctor's office, the nurse is not a plumber for the day. So I don't know why y'all continue to ask teachers to bend over backwards to make this education system work. Giving us guns is not the solution. It's not. Because who's to say that I want to shoot a gun? I don't like guns. Who's to say that I want to shoot a gun? Who's to say that I want to be in that toe-to-toe standoff with a gunman? This ain't the Wild Wild West. So I'm telling you right now, giving teachers guns is not the solution. Not because they may kill a kid. Because it does not make sense. Asking teachers to have guns in case a shooter comes in the building is beyond me. Is beyond me. There is no other job in the world where they would ask people to carry guns to protect the workplace. Let's be clear. Stop asking teachers to do things that you wouldn't ask nobody else.
I could dig that.
Well, as a
Welcome, Legacy.
hey,
What's
Legacy.
up? Hey,
They be beating you down, Legacy.
no, I caught a cold from one of the two people that one of the ladies just came from on a 14-day cruise, and then another dude, he don't know how the hell he caught a cold, but he done had it for at least a week and a half, and they got him working in the same area I am. So yesterday it came over me real bad yesterday, and then I had to come home and drug it up.
I thought maybe you caught your cold from sleeping butt naked on top of the covers with your crack open.
Boy,
Here we go.
You gonna crack that?
And I do like to do that though.
Uh-oh.
See what I'm saying? Face down, ass up.
Not that.
Why you let him walk you down that road, Legacy?
But naked.
You walked your ass right into the door. Just hi.
Wow, man.
Two
But
naked boots.
I did get a little snippet of that video, and I mean, I'm not even so much as worried about the gunmen coming into the school, because I mean, yes, it happens, but it doesn't happen as quite frequently as they try to attach things to make this applicable to teachers carrying guns. For me, I think if a teacher, male or female, black or white, is going to be handed that responsibility of carrying a gun, they need to do an emotional evaluation on these individuals. They need to know if these individuals are racist, because we got cops who are very scared of black people when they raise their voice and feel like their life are threatened. Just imagine what you're giving a white woman who in the United States alone is the most protected individual. And we're going to put a gun in her hand. As soon as little Tyrone voice elevates, she feel threatened. Or if little Tyrone hands go to moving, hey, now little Tyrone over there dead, all because she's going to put it on, I fear for my life. And now we got teachers right along with officers assassinating young black men and women, all because they truthfully are racist and very fretful of black people. And I just don't think that's a good idea, because we don't have mass shootings in school on a rampant rate like that. If you feel like that, then what you need to do is you need to put more officers in the building, undercover officers that walk the building, that blend in and look like teachers, and put metal detectors in all schools, so that therefore when anybody walk in with a handgun or a semi-automatic rifle, you automatically get the alertness, because either he coming in blazing already and then already hit a few officers, or he gonna have time to get that gun out of his bag and go to shooting. And by that time, that should alert someone that guess what? Somebody coming in with a handgun or something they ain't got no business doing. To put a gun in a teacher's hand, and we don't know their natural motives when they're home, how they talk, how they live, how they think, is probably one of the most uneducated thought processes that I can say that we've ever thought of.
That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you heard me. I was saying I thought it was unthought of. I mean, they gave it no thought. There was no thought process put into making that decision. I don't even know if they finalized the decision yet, but I know it was a thought that they wanted to give all teachers handguns. And I think that's the most craziest thing that I've ever heard because, you went to school for 4 years and got your bachelor's degree as an elementary school teacher to teach math. Nowhere in your curriculum did you learn anything about guns. Now you're going to put one in my hand.
The person who came up with that thought carries a gun. And the teachers that do, like Legacy was saying, they initially want to protect themselves. It ain't even about the kid. They just want to be, if someone come in there, they can protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And their tactic isn't in, like she was saying, combat training. Theirs is in their self-defense. So they gonna shoot back and shoot reckless just the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I also had that same thought too, that man, people gonna have kids just
dead.
Even the kid, right? But even the kids can have access to this gun, and turn around and do something too.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, Juicy, because just imagine you got a teacher that don't want to shoot it, but you don't pull this gun on a student. Lil Pookie ain't scared of a gun because he got some, and he done been in gunfights already. Now, once you point that gun at me, Lil Pookie life is in danger also.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say Lil Pookie overpower this teacher, take the gun and shoot her. You're going to want to lock Lil Pookie up for self-defense because she pulled the gun on him, or he pulled the gun on him. Mm-hmm. Now you're gonna say that it wasn't imminent danger, or his life wasn't at risk when the teacher pulled the gun on him, because you're gonna try to say if she pulled the gun on you, she had a reason to. You don't know what a person's reason is when they dead lying there. They ain't have an opportunity to tell you what their reason for why they pulled the gun.
The only other witness is the one that's dead.
Right. Now you got students that's going to tell a story that say they were having words and she just automatically up with the gun, and now he got to her, took the gun from her because she didn't shoot, and he felt like his life was in danger, so he killed her. Now, the bigger picture is this. You have the NRA, who also what they call shadow sponsors the Republican Party and shadow sponsor the Democratic Party. These are shadow sponsors that our people that represent us take money from them.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to continue to come up with laws and policies that does not, because if the NRA take away their money from funding these campaigns, a lot of people, a lot of candidates don't have that type of money to continue on with a long campaign of 18 months. So these fundings that come through from different organizations is what allows you to stay on your campaign. So with you taking this money, they're telling you you're not passing a law or a bill that stops American people from purchasing guns. That's why that hasn't been done. But you also have the Democratic Party who is pushing that narrative of teachers need to have guns in the school because they want the mass shootings to take place. They want kids to get shot in the school by teachers so that they can mandate that nobody is able to purchase handguns or semi-automatic rifles. We looking at the small scale, but the grand scale is nobody thought this shit out.
Period.
And everybody has a motive. The Republican Party has a side to say that they want guns, but everybody wants to be able to protect themselves. Like Juicy say, has nothing to do with protecting kids. Do I believe some teachers die in the line of fire protecting kids? Yeah. Everybody ain't cowards.
You just had 3 that just died with 3 kids.
Right. Everybody ain't cowards. But at the same time, it's a bigger thing that's going on, and it's about removing people's right to bear arms. We don't pay attention, but these folks are definitely trying to retract and redesign our constitutional right. If you look around, if I got freedom of speech, if I have freedom of speech, why is it that the police is allowed to take me to jail if I cuss them out? That wouldn't be freedom of speech. That means that's controlled speech. I can say what I want to say to everybody else, but I can't say what I want to say to you. That means I don't have freedom of speech. I have controlled speech. They also trying to change all these other, I mean, we have to just look at broader scales of thought when we talk about these people. Ain't nobody came to the American people and say, can we vote on if the American people want to surrender their rights to bear arms? How do you allow 500 other individuals to make all the decisions for 2.3 billion people in the United States? That don't seem right, but you give the people of the United States the illusion that they have a decision in who become the president. Because you could do the same damn voting process and ask the American people, do they want to be part, do they want to give up their handguns and stuff because it's so-called we'll make the streets safer. But we don't understand, we don't have these freedom. We're damn near up under tyranny.
That's true.
And they're slowly but surely removing things to make us a dictatorship instead of a democracy. And they give you this social media shit, and information is out there how they doing it, and all they do is show it and cloak it with conspiracy theory. And nobody believes this shit. All because they gave it to you in a movie, they gave it to you in a something like what we doing, and then the government come right behind it and attach conspiracy theory to it, and nobody believe what the fuck they doing. And then by the time you wake up, all the shit will be done. And it ain't gonna be nothing the American people can do about it because nobody fought when the fight was right there in the front of you, but it was disguised.
That's true. You're absolutely right about that. And there's so many of these other organizations out here that, like you said, that contribute so many millions of dollars, millions and billions of dollars into the Republican and the Democratic Party to the point where they're almost bowing down and seeing things or doing things in their favor.
Have no choice.
Because I got your money, so I'm not going to talk against you.
Right. But I mean, but Tony, listen, they'll take the money and tell them you do know I gotta act like I'm fighting against it, but we gonna just at the end we gonna lose. Mm-hmm. That's how they do it. Listen, the American people, especially us as black, we're the only race of people in the United States of America that everybody come after your vote. Everybody come for your vote at a certain time. Every 4 years, every 2.5 years, they come looking for our vote. But we the only race of people in the United States that vote for these people and don't get a goddamn thing out of it but a hope.
That's but why Martin Luther King, he had a dream. Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
That's what I'm saying. We the only race of people, and I ain't against the LGBT community. I ain't against that. What I'm gonna tell you is they smart as hell. Because guess what? Barack knew he needed that vote when he ran for his second term on the election. Without that vote, he wouldn't have been reelected. Without that group, he wouldn't have got reelected. So he promised them something. And when he promised them what he promised them, that they would have the right to be able to go get married, they came out and drove. And guess what? The first bill he signed when he came back in his second term, the right for them to be married. Mm-hmm. How in the hell the LGBT community can get the president of the United States to do what they wanted them to do, and the African American black race of people in the United States can't get not one goddamn bill passed in favor? You know why? because it ain't about our vote. It's because we don't take our dollars and say we not fucking with you. We don't take our dollars and say we putting our money behind such and such. We talk all the damn time, but don't do shit all the damn time. So this shit gonna continue going on. They gonna continue cloaking us, blinding us, thinking that, oh, we voting and this shit changed it. When the fuck is it gonna change something? Because it hasn't changed the goddamn thing in years.
Yeah.
Why has there been 235 black laws or black bills going through Congress and the Senate? And out of the 236 or 35, whichever one it is, not one of them have ever been successfully signed into law.
Check this out. And since those 235 or 36 came into play, the Asians come up and get their sign right away.
And that's because, guess what? One, the Asians have a host that back them that has money. You won't see the mutilation of Asians shot down and gunned down in the United States. You're not going to see it. Because you know what? The consulate of the Asian consulate is going to they're going to put a stop to their shipping of shit in the United States. They're going to start recalling, asking for their money back that the United States is in debt with them about. See, when you don't have a country to stand with you that makes another country feel that if you don't treat my people right, fuck you. The black Americans don't have a country
That's true.
that stands behind them.
It's not
Let it happen to be that y'all, the American people, police officers are gunning down African Americans. I'm talking about, excuse me, not African American, African blacks that are really African from over in Africa. Watch and see what the country of Africa do.
But see, that goes back into representation.
Yes.
And again, we keep identifying ourselves in a misrepresentation of we are not people. If we keep saying black, we keep asking them to give a part in the things, and they talk about, nah, we just got you in the crayon box. That's it. That's the only thing you matter. It's the color. It's black. When you coloring and when you painting. Other than that, you ain't nothing. We got to change our identity.
Oh, but Cake, I hear you on that, and I rock with you on that. But we keep saying it, but we haven't given the American black people the information on how to go on getting and becoming who they supposed to be. We can say that all day, but if we're not giving the information out, then we're just talking.
But it is being given. It's just not going to be given on YouTube and Instagram, where we can't let the right hand know what the left hand doing. So the information
that's the exact reason I always tell you, Kate, with that being done that way in secrecy, we're gonna lose way more than we gain because we're so afraid that somebody's gonna know what we're doing. Fuck that. We're trying to let our people, we got way more black people that'll never know the information because we're trying to cloak it.
Not even that. So white people don't care to want to know to go get it. They all black people, I hate to say it, we are some, let's be clear. A lot of black people are some lazy motherfuckers that don't want to go out there and get what is deserved to them because they don't feel that they deserve it. Or they are more than comfortable with where they have been and they are okay. A lot of people have literally adapted to, okay, I'll be on welfare for the rest of my life. Let me have all these kids so the government. People get comfortable. So you're going to have some people that are hungry, so they're going to go find the information that's needed. Right. If you're hungry enough, you're going to find what it is that you're looking for. Even if you have it there, even if somebody gave it to them. Half of the time, all they want to see is stupid TikToks and Reels. They're not looking. The internet is there for whatever it is you think you could want to ask.
It damn so is.
Yeah. So
like you're saying, just like you're saying, Tiama, like my shirt supports exactly what you just said. I ordered this shirt off the internet. It says here, slavery destroyed us, religion divided us, ignorance controls us, and the truth scares us.
Big facts.
And the thing of it is, you know, I did a melanin healing group, like a program over the weekend, and it was talking about, you know, the power that we as people have with the melanin in our DNA. And scientists, people for ions of years, way before we could think of, they're aware what we carry genetically as the power that we can do. We are the ones who aren't. We've been conditioned on the system, and it's especially more so, like you say, through slavery. But prior to slavery, prior to being oppressed, we were people who were kings and queens. We were doing what we needed to do. We were vibrating. We were exactly what Tiama said, striving to be people. Today, we're striving to be what we see on the TV. And, you know, there was a video talking about that if the atmosphere is translucent, why is the sky blue? You know, all these different theories that they have going out here of what we are supposed to see as true reality, when our true existence is how we're supposed to vibrate and the energies we're supposed to vibrate on. So if they're blocking the sun, which they already were saying that there's ways to do it, block us from getting activated to keep us sick, oppressed, down. We won't even have the energy, the desire to want to know what these groups of people are who are doing the things needed to be united to rise up. But there are people who are like, man, I'm tired of this. And they're doing the things to find out. And it's like, it's sad legacy, but that's where some will not, where I guess that chosen 144, you know, that number was a number,
Rapture.
right? But some didn't,
144,000.
but some ain't gonna make it, and some ain't gonna make it by the choice. We all got the one thing that we have in everyone is that choice. Some ain't gonna choose what's best for them. They gonna choose what they think is best, and that's because they being psychologically controlled.
And not even that
Social
they
media,
think it's best, Juicy. They choose what is easier.
it's what's easy. You know,
Easy.
we had a shooting go on March 18th, and the police were involved. The problem people have with the shooting is it was done inside of a moving car. The body cam shows the police approaching a stolen or a vehicle that looked to be stolen because the steering column was busted out and the person in the driver's seat was sleeping. So when they entered the car, they alerted the driver, and the driver started defending himself and fighting the police off. So we could say this person sleep or woke out his sleep, don't know what's going on in his car, thinking somebody trying to rob him, and he fighting back for self-defense. He gets the car started, he takes off. There's two cops that respond to the car call. One gets in the car, one's trying to get in to help, and he ends up getting dragged. He now he gets dragged because he didn't choose to let the fuck go. And he hits his head. Now, this driver is responsible for a stolen car. He'd have fought the police. He'd have resisted arrest. He'd have caused harm to the police, attempted murder because the man hit his head. The report says he sped off and drove in uncontrollable speeds. But the only time this man lost control of the vehicle is when the officer inside fired his arm gun, shot and killed him. And then he crashed. This is the law that governs them. They say in their opening statement, the U.S. Park Police is an independent federal law enforcement agency. So we got people who are creating, just like you and I, a business, an idea. They're pushing it to whoever will buy it. And the federal government said, "Oh, you willing to kill people? You willing to do this? You have this in your provisions. You're willing to do what it takes to protect who we think are menace in our society. You hold a position underneath our umbrella. You can do what you need to do." So they said,
So, Kate, hold on. You're saying that the police department is
hold on. Let me finish. It says by its own policies and procedures. So what I'm saying is this park police is saying they are independent. They are not the police department. They say our fellow like agencies, like our
right.
friends, agencies that are
They like rent a cop.
thank you. But they are in federal jurisdiction to kill a nigga.
Well, I mean, if you see armed guards in the mall, they have the right to shoot to kill too.
I was a licensed G carrier for Palm Beach County. I took I took my license. I was a security guard and I was able to carry. And I took an oath that I would not put out more force than what is being forced upon me. So if you come to me with your arms and your hands, I'm not gonna pull my gun and shoot you.
Hey, I agree with that, but we're going back to why I said teachers don't need guns in school, because every teacher that is going to be carrying a gun, if that law passes, is going to be certified, is going to have to go through some form of training, and they're going to have a badge that allows them to carry that gun, a G certification, just like a regular rental cop. And that also will give them the right at any time that imminent danger arrive that they can shoot to kill. Now, me personally, I'm sorry the young man did. But at some time he had to realize
I was thinking the same thing.
Those are some form of police officers.
You know, but okay, I agree with you. I'm sorry that it happened always, both ways. I think it's ignorant for the person, whoever, if he stole the car. You know, it's like at this point, even if we know what my point next was, we need to know the law that governs us, because we need to know how to act accordingly and to move about. But most importantly, also, with how many of us knew when we went into Walmart? Now it's not a policy because we held them to it and they decided to change it. But 10 years ago, when you go into Walmart and if an item wasn't priced properly, say it said $1 on the shelf, it scanned $3. You get that item free plus whatever else in your cart for the cost is supposed to be $1, and they give you an additional $3. Sorry for our lack of service, because someone in their company didn't do their job. People didn't go into Walmart.
Okay, hold on, Tony. You ain't been removed from Walmart more than 10 years. So is that true?
I've never heard of it.
Okay, I will look for it and I'll show you. But I'm gonna tell you, I used to get them all the time. I am a person that is very stickler on price comparison, making sure you do your job. I hold anyone that when you come into my place of business, when we do open up in my establishment, hold me accountable to what I wrote in my business plan. See, and that's some of the things that where I'm going. We don't know these policies and their procedures, so we need to know how to comply, and we need to. Right, and we need to know how to hold them accountable to that instead of complying and being, oh, this is what they say. Some of these people don't have the authority to be in the jurisdiction over us. They're independent contractors. But in their independent contract, if we didn't agree to be contracted with them, we not subject to their rule and their scrutiny. So,
Now,
so the man,
let me say something to you on that right there. If everybody is on the same page with whatever it is you just talked about, change can take place. But when it's one person, let's say it's just you trying to make them be accountable for what you talking about, they look at you as a person that is trying to incite something. So they eliminate you because you don't have enough force coming behind you to be heard about.
rebuke,
Like,
don't come for me.
And I wasn't coming for you, Kate.
No, not you. I'm talking about them other people.
Oh, but like Tayama said, let's be honest. Throughout a day, I ain't talking about a year. I'm just talking about a day. How many times out the day do you really got time to slow down with the way life is to learn other people's rules and policies on a consistent basis? And by the time you learn them, they change them again because they see people are learning them. Tony worked in Walmart, and he talked about it the other day about how people have time in Walmarts and stores too. I know how to take the little sticker, slide it down to where I want something to be the price that I wanted it to be, and then have the whole row saying this, and then somebody go back there and check it and say, oh yeah, that sticker was, I see where they got it from. It did say that, but the sticker was in the wrong place. Like Tony said, he would honor it then because it looks like an employee altered that, and now you have to value because there's a whole slew of things that of the same item that you have saying the same thing. Now he may shift it back so that it don't be, but he's gonna honor you because of the fact that it was in a misplaced area and it shouldn't have been there. But most people don't have the time. It's hard enough, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't make time, but most people don't have the time to sit home and read policies of Walmart or Sears or because life is moving on at a rapid pace.
And you want to know the crazy part about it is it was the policy used to always be at the register where you're supposed to write your checks out underneath that little thing, and it changed it, and it was based on I found some information, but I ain't read the whole thing to make sure this is exactly it. But I back in 2008 is when the judgment happened, because in 2005 they had a lawsuit filed against them, and they had to settle with $2.1 million for violating, overcharging people. And how many of us received part of that settlement? We shop at Walmart, but how many received part of that settlement in 2008 of that $2.1 million for being overcharged? So there are, but people who don't have time to do these things are the people who have time to make TikToks, who have time to be on Facebook. These are all distractions from what's real in life.
Of course.
And so there are people who do have time and who are doing the due diligence. And that's when I was saying before, because I had someone comment to me like outside of the show. I had made a comment a couple shows back that some of the ways of women were not on my level. And someone tried to say that I felt like I was above things. And I'm like, nah, you missed that. I'm not saying I'm above, but what I am saying is I got time to do something different because I'm not doing what other people are doing.
Right.
And I know about the policy at Walmart because I took time to read it while I was standing in line for them checking me out.
Juicy, as a consumer, you're absolutely right, because I know when I was the manager there and I was the front end manager, it's been times that customers would bring me the policy. They'll pull it up on their phone and show me, well, here's what your policy says, and I will read it. So a lot of times, yeah, as management, I had a list of what our normal policies were, the normal day-to-day things that the people would, interact with. But then those other stuff, those sticky ones, like you were saying, yeah, they don't have those listed on the wall. So a consumer that knew, like a consumer like yourself, would bring them to me, and I would still honor them. They showed me on the Walmart website, and I can confirm that it is our actual website, not an outside website. Yeah, I still honor it.
But that's the thing, and both of y'all are consistently proving my point. You cannot have change if the people that know the information, know these policies, know these rights, are not out front talking about it. Do you think civil rights, the so-called civil rights that we have in the United States, took place with just people sitting in the back barn talking about we need to do something? No, motherfuckers that knew something, got tired of something, and did something. So we can sit on this podcast all day and talk about what we need to be doing. If ain't nobody out front doing it, then guess what? We doing the same shit that everybody else doing, just talking.
Well, then let me step in because I live in my purpose.
Okay, so let me come to this. And this is how I live in real life. Being that anything that we have ever learned. What happened?
Put the gun down.
What gun?
Oh, okay, I was just making
all
sure.
of them.
Go ahead.
First of all, I'm gonna say if I'm a teacher, I am glad that they're making it to where if you're comfortable with carrying a firearm and that make you feel secure to teach these kids, I do feel because guns were never allowed for a teacher, even if in their personal life and they have a gun permit, the gun was not allowed on campus.
Right.
I do feel that if you're responsible enough and it makes you feel more comfortable because you seeing colleagues and stuff getting gunned down, that make you feel more protected with teaching the kids, and you feel that if it goes on in my classroom, I can at least put somebody down for they put down my whole class, I'm all for it. If you're not comfortable, it shouldn't be pushed on you. Secondly, being an African American that was born in 82, it wasn't, we didn't have all this stuff then. We got over here and everything that we was told was a lie. So anything that you get yourself into that you're spending your money at, I feel is your responsibility, yours, nobody else. Based on how you was lured into this damn country, where your ancestors, you should be more than willing to do the background work on anything that you're doing in life. I don't feel it should be someone that's like, wait, well, hold on. Now, if you got to come up and a lot of people don't know about it, okay, reach one, teach one. Mm-hmm. But a lot of stuff, that legacy you say that you feel one black person should put another black person on, one thing for certain, two things for sure. And I done did it a lot of time, even with my book. Y'all, I am not a person that will, I can only pay this amount. If you give me a price, I'm going to take you on your price. I'm not going to tell you what you're worth. I'm going to pay whatever it is that you tell me. But what I have learned, and Tony will tell you, I had to hand over my book, and I'm like, bet, it's getting typed up. Bim, let me secure this. Let me do that. I went to one of my own people. Guess what I got? 3.5 chapters that was done, and then was like, oh, well, I'm going to get to it. I can't. Better yet, run me my shit. I went over to the white people. They like, bet, when you come in so we could go over it to make sure ain't no. So read through this and tell me if everything. So with that, I just feel, my people, if you really want it, there's nobody that can stop you. There's no made up shift that this man is stopping you. They're no longer stopping you. Anything you want that's on this planet that you think you could grasp anything, it's yours. But if you're willing to let one person know, or half of the time, it don't even be nobody telling us no. It don't be a door that was closed. You automatically assumed that door wasn't open. So you run all around this place, checking every door but the door that was right there by you. Because you're so afraid of failing that you don't even try.
Yeah,
let me tell you, I know somebody, and this ain't a far person away from me. So my son's father, you can throw whatever number you want to throw at this man. Fucking smart as all outdoors. But do you think he's willing to tap into who he is to be what God has that's greater for him? And this is what I say to him, no pressure. One thing I cannot allow my son to watch you, and this is what you want to put in the forefront. You want to put this in the forefront. When I'm raising a black man that need to know every door that's going to come his way, he better be ready to knock it down. So my thing is, if you know something, yeah, you could tell somebody. But one thing nobody needs to do is to tell anybody right now, there's nothing that you think you can say, Google, I have this symptom. That motherfucker do you better than the doctor will. They will pull your blood 60,000 times, give you 12 different things that it is. And guess what? When you Google them same symptoms, when they double around bike, they come back to the first shit that came up on Google. So you can literally be your own doctor, to where you can't tell me you can't know bylaws or anything that goes in and out. Me, I did not know what was going on, and I was dealing with the feds. You know what I did? I went into their handbooks and figured out what I needed from them to get me what I wanted. I ain't been in their law school a day in my life. But if you read, just like they love to say, you ever want to keep a secret from black people, put it in a book.
Put it in the book.
Put it in writing. Yep.
So being that is a saying that's been around before my mama was born, before my mother probably by then, because they hadn't already knew. They taught us not to read. That by itself should let you know anything that I do think, I'm going to read it. In the small print, I'm going to get me a motherfucking magnifying glass, because it's small for a reason.
Better.
The shit that make you squint, that's the shit that need to be big, but they put it small for a reason.
Yep.
It's gonna trick you out your money, or it's gonna get you to sign something that's gonna still trick you out of more money.
Yep.
So you figure out what either way it go, you're gonna be on the losing end if you don't read everything.
That's how I know about the Walmart thing. Because when I'm standing there and I see all this written stuff, why that's so little? I take attention to everything written small. It's a curiosity to me because it's there for a reason. But what I was gonna say is after legacy, and I'm glad you went first because now I can come in with my own. I was saying I walk in my purpose. So I'm gonna step forward and say one of the reasons I joined this show was for the opportunity to reach more people, not just one person.
Right.
And so we at 9,000. That means 9,000 more people are getting informed. I can't do it for everybody, but I can do enough for some. And one of the things I say to whoever is watching, my specialty is self-care. I'm not here to be your doctor, but I am here to help educate you on how to learn how to take care of yourself properly. Because like Tiama said, we can Google it, we can read it. A lot of people, I sent y'all something. Tony said, this is too much to read. Will you explain it, please? Not a problem, because I don't have time. I have time that I can read, but I like reading. But if there's some people who don't care to read, they ain't got time to read, but they still need to know and they ask for it, no problem with helping. We got to be in position to be willing to be there for each other. And us 4, 5 sometimes it used to be 6. We've been there. So I appreciate the four of us. And I appreciate us having this space to be there for the 10 of us.
You saw he trying to get us in that petty.
Look, for the 10 of us.
Tell him to put him in the bank.
Hey, listen, I ain't learned how to do all that yet, so you know, hey. But no,
See?
y'all, I got an Aunt Naomi, my Auntie Naomi. She's 16, y'all. But let me tell you, my mom is 61. She's older than my mom by 8 years. So my mom is 61. But she's 16. Y'all better know she's 16. She'll cuss y'all so loud. She's 16.
Not the soul loud.
On her keys, no lie. My auntie is similar to this, but it's a little bit bigger. It looks like a ruler. It is a magnifying glass. It's like it makes the paper bigger. That lady would say, hold on. And you would look at like my auntie, she's crazy. But she be dead serious. And you be like, she's like, because one thing they not finna do, they not finna get me.
I've been carrying a magnifying glass for me to read.
I be laughing so hard because I'm not finna sign nothing that I don't read. Period. Mm-hmm. But the simple fact, all the way down to my auntie receipt, honey, she's gonna, if she thought you scanned that a little bit too much and she just turned her eye away from you for 1 second, before she move and let the next person go, Naomi Brown is doing this.
Look, I must be her reincarnation.
Listen, girl, she be like, you better read it. These people don't care about taking your money.
Not at all. And at one point, there was in like early 2000s. I think it was Ames. Back when we were, it might have been before 2019. They were adding 1 to 2 cents to everybody receipt.
Oh wow!
Now, imagine the revenue of 1 penny per every person who purchased.
Yeah.
And people be like,
real quick into thousands, into millions.
People be like, oh, it's just a penny. It doesn't matter. The hell it do. If I'm short a penny, they gonna tell me I gotta take something off.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if pennies did not matter, and I want y'all to realize this because a lot of people tried to compare my paparazzi jewelry. Let's break down these pennies. If pennies did not matter, all singers and stuff like that wouldn't even be trying to do records and stuff like that. Them pennies add up so quick by just you playing my song on the radio.
Yep.
$5. One thing you ain't never seen a drug dealer on the corner without a wad of money in his pockets. They just add up.
I used to take coin.
Honey.
Listen. I still take coins.
All. As long as when you give it to me, it say what it is. It's the total that I charge.
Fill to the rim. What you want to? That's it. I don't play. My son got this big old glass teddy bear. So let me tell you what I did. When I was pregnant, I had one when I was little. My mom gave me one, and it only had pennies, dimes in it. Y'all look at dimes crazy, but baby, when my mom actually gave me that thing paid my car note one time, my light bill, and I still had money to burn with nothing but dimes.
You probably hit somebody in the head with a stock full of them.
Y'all remember Albertsons, the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could go to them, you could take the coins, dump them in there. Man, when I tell you, them people was looking at me crazy. Cash me outside.
You don't walk in there with 4,000 dimes and come out with $400.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle.
No, I had way more. No, when I say the bear is life size.
Oh shit.
The bear is life size, honey. I was like, so with Tyson, I was like, bet, let's do this. It's change all over here. I have so many different little things. If it come like this, I'm put my change in it. Come over here. You won't change. I may don't have folding dollars because my money is all over here, over there. But you say, oh, just give me the change. Oh, I can roll up. I can push out some jars. What you want to do?
I'm gonna get a few of them when I come next week.
Okay. My baby better be the one to come pick it up.
My uncle passed.
Oh, I gotta talk to y'all. I gotta talk to y'all about it. But
she is so damn pretty.
Let's jump. What we got next, Tony?
Hold on. Juicy was saying something.
Oh, I hear you, Kate. My bad.
I was just saying what T was saying. My uncle passed, and he didn't inform my aunt about any of his finances, so she didn't know where the mortgage bill was paid, the lights, none of this stuff, because she was stuck. But she knew he kept cans of change everywhere around the house. And she was able to live for 2 years until she could get whatever information straight and squared out on just the coins alone. And she's paying her mortgage, her car insurance, the car note, the lights, the food, and it was like, it's all I know. She felt she lived a life that she didn't have to pay with coins. So taking those coins and dropping them was, in a sense, like, yes, to have to go pay for it. That's something you save. You don't use this. But when it came back to it, she was so thankful that she had that because it was there.
I just want to piggyback real quick on one of you saying something about the pennies on the receipt. I remember back in, I want to say either 99 or 2000, the school board of Palm Beach County, you all know who the school board is, the largest employer in the county of Palm Beach County. Because it's somebody throughout the whole county. What they did, the accountant that was doing in charge of payroll was stealing 1 penny off of everybody's check. In some kind of way, she was getting that 1 penny from everybody's check. Of course, you're not going to notice a penny. If your check is usually $897.14, you're not going to notice that this week is 13 cents. Especially going direct deposit, you're paying your bills, everything balancing out, boom. So 1 penny out of every single employee in Palm Beach County
for years.
She was getting for years before they found with her. She eventually got fired.
How did she get caught?
I don't mind you firing me long as I'll go to jail.
Well, she went to prison.
Oh,
look.
Never mind. See, that's why I can't be fucking with them white collar crimes.
I'd rather go to jail for them white collar crime than them blue collar, because you can embezzle $5 million from somebody and get 3 years. You can get caught with an ounce of cocaine and get 30.
Right. There's this lady in some school county down in Florida just recently in the news for sending $100,000 to supposedly a Elon Musk scam.
Junior, I see your arm.
The article said that she had been speaking to this person for 4 months about the fundraiser, and she had to give $100,000 in order for him to give them back millions. And she thought it was a good idea because she was going to be bringing millions into her school. Now, I'm like, the thought, this lady conspired for 4 months to get set up to do a few years, and when I get out, we live right.
Yep, I mean, you know how many people I'm talking about? You talking about millions? You talking about? That's all white people do is white collar crimes, because they know they not gonna do a lot of time. You mean to tell me I trick people out their money? I end up with like $5 million. Y'all decide that it's a scam, and you sentence me to 3 years in prison. You still ain't get the money back, and when I come home, I'm okay. Otherwise, Ego Legacy out here selling dope, got caught. Legacy, go sit your ass down for 10 years for getting caught this half ounce of cocaine.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't give you that.
Well, do what you can. Do what say homo. I'm telling you, made me think about this dude that went and got sentenced before I did one time. Got sentenced. He had 3 dime robs. The judge sent him to 18 years in Lowndes County Jail. 18 years in prison. He told the judge, I ain't gonna be able to do no 18 years. The judge said, do what you can and hit the gavel.
Let me tell you, for a long time, I was not walking in my purpose. I did not mind going to school, putting a degree behind my name. God knew he messed up when he gave me a kid, because I'm like, whatever is assigned to my name, I want that. Fuck that. I want that too. Oh, that's for her. No, I want that too. That's it. Now, my mom will tell you, she says, Tyson has to be the biggest blessing I think I ever seen come into your world. She said, because cold turkey, you obsessed with this man, Melvin. Girl, you dropped him like a bad habit. Honey, listen, all you got to do is tell me that I'm responsible for a life that is going to mimic whatever it is that I do.
I've been trying to do it.
Okay. Another thing I want to touch on, also y'all said before we move on, is y'all saying that we sometimes can be our own hindrance. We hold ourselves back. We stop ourselves from our own blessing. I'm going to give you 2 examples. First of all, I'm a firm believer in building up Black people. I'm not going to let you not be able to reach your blessing or your maximum potential. You know,
that's how we on this platform.
Legacy could tell you, I pushed him, Legal Legacy. Boom, he's doing his thing. He's making money. And when he got his first coin, he called me and said, bruh, I cannot believe. See, I believed in him. I saw something that he didn't see.
Yeah.
Another thing, I ain't gonna say the name, but this person that y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. But this person does the videos for us sometime and downloads them. I don't have a problem paying for my services. I don't have a problem. Y'all know that for a fact. And I'm like, Tiana,
my mama calling me.
Whatever fee you tell me, I'm gonna pay that fee. Okay, they never gave me a fee. Boom. But guess what I did? I sent a blessing anyway. They were shocked. Wow. Because you did a service. I paid you for a service. So you can never say I did it for me for free. And at the same token, you need it. And I'm in a financial situation to be able to be a blessing. So that's what I was doing. God bless me, so I'm gonna bless you. And you're blessing the podcast with what you're doing. And I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Then I asked the person, can you download some Instagrams? They said they don't do Instagrams, they only do YouTubes. I said, oh, okay. I said, but you know there's an app that I use to download Instagrams, which means they could download the same app and download the Instagrams for me because I'll pay you. They said, oh, no, I don't do Instagrams. So you didn't want the blessing.
Yeah.
It be that way.
The same app I use, the same app you could use, but I'm going to pay you to do it.
Right.
AJ, our designer in Africa, AJ has never designed a book cover since he's been a designer. He didn't know how to do it or anything. So when I asked him, I said, I need you to design my book because I'm writing a book. I need you to. He said, well, I don't do that. I said, no, you're going to do it. Don't you ever? I said, don't you from this day forward, don't you ever tell anybody what you can't do. Tell them you do it, and then you go research and find out how to do it and do it. I said, so now I need you to design my book cover. This is what I need you to do, and come back tomorrow and give me a price.
Vice versa for my book.
He designed my book cover. He designed Tiama's book cover.
Yep.
He never did the cover for your podcast. They're on Anchor and Spotify and all that. I said, go find out how to do it and come back because I like your work, your quality of work, and I want to pay you. I want to be a blessing to you. The next day he said, okay, I got it. So there's a lot of things that he do now that he's never done or never even tried to do until I push. Somebody got to push you sometime.
And that's what I'm saying, Tony. Sometimes we have to be out in the front. We have to let other people see us doing in order for other people to come in and say, hey, what's that you doing? I think about when we used to do Legacy in the Street. I had never done no shit like Legacy in the Street before. But I knew that if whatchamacallit can do it for 102.3, whatever his name is, the one that be giving out the free game, Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie D.
That I could do it. And I remember asking you and tell me, hey, y'all gonna go out there tonight? Hell no, we ain't going out there. That's your lane, Legacy. And that's what I would do. And it was just comfortable. But sometimes we have to, because you have people that are leaders and you have people that are followers. I know it had to be many times Malcolm didn't want to get up. Martin didn't want to get up. Medgar Everett, the Black Panther guys. I knew it was Alfina Shakur and the other black women to Join the Truth and Nat Turner and all them folks that were going through all that hell, but decided to say, you know what? My destiny is for me to be out front. And even if that means I have to give up my life for my people to progress, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. We have not yet. I don't give a damn how much we are doing. We still have not tapped into the potential of our. This is why our generation had the generation after us and after that has faltered. Is because we no longer have leaders that are willing to die for the cause anymore. You can't tell me the last time a black man been, other than these police killing black men in the street, I'm talking about a civil rights leader assassinated, because there aren't any more civil rights leaders that stand out in the front, that won't lay down and won't.
Legacy.
Say what, Kate?
Why would somebody want to die for something that they don't even have? I can't
tell me this, but tell me, listen. I got you on that, but I'll leave the same shit. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. You had asshole black people back then that Martin Luther King laid his life down to. You had asshole black men, other black people then that Malcolm and Medgar Everett laid their lives down for too.
Listen, back then black people cared and loved more about their self and their community.
I agree with that.
Now they do not love their self. They don't give a damn about they barely give a damn about their mama. So you're literally gonna put your life on the line for people that don't even care about their self. To where
Jesus Christ did it. Jesus Christ did it.
Let me tell
you.
Jesus
Christ did not put his life on the line.
Let me tell you what Jesus is telling you to do for this world right now.
Hold on.
Jehovah's Witness.
I'm listening. What you got to say? Tell me.
Now out there telling you, okay, let's have a study. They don't come knocking on your door like they used to. They're telling you straight up, you have to walk up does. They will have a brochure sitting there, but they're not gonna.
They got scared.
No, the basically the
policy change,
like the Bethel people. They're like, listen, y'all in the last days, this world has changed. We have been out here enough. We have walked the pavement. They have seen us. If they really want God, they're going to pull forward to us, not us going out to them. You at the point to where sitting there marching, Martin Luther King, I had a dream. Yeah, that was all fine and dandy. You could be out there trying to do the word of God and somebody going to blow your head away. So now what we're doing is we're going to pray for you. We're going to pray that you open your eyes and see that there's a better way than where you're going. Other than that, every man for themselves. Pretty much.
Listen, I rock with that, but I also, again, if I was in the right position in my life and somebody heard me and said, Legacy, I like how you talk. I think you'll be a great leader. I think da 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 da. Listen, sometimes if that's my destiny, those were Malcolm Martin, then that's my destiny because to me, my destiny is getting on somebody's goddamn plane and the plane going down. That is where my destiny is. That's why I
Okay,
ain't got
so we will never get on a plane together. Dearly noted.
exactly. But I don't know it, but that's how I feel because I ain't got no damn wings, so I don't feel like I need to be in the air. But what I'm saying is we don't have the same, like you said, we don't the people are not the same anymore. They don't really love and care about each other. But we also don't have the leaders to draw individuals back to the point of caring. The NAACP was once upon a time predominantly black with black influential people that was actually making changes in this country. The NAACP is damn near a smorgasbord of white, black, Asian, Chinese, and all different type of people inside of this organization. You might well call them NATO.
Damn.
Because let's be clear, we did not get out of slavery just by us. It was a lot of people that fought alongside of us. And
show me one or two black men that sit down at the black, at the white rally with the skinheads. Show me one black, 2 or 3 black men that actually sit down with the Ku Klux Klan and talk about, oh, because I helped progress some of the slaves to get their head chopped off, I'm a part of this affiliation. No, there has to be some situations in life to where we have our own shit.
Let me tell you, I want you to know this, and I need you to understand this real well. Even when you think you got your own shit, you don't have your own shit. My brother, we're all watered down. Okay, my brother?
Oh, yeah.
You got white, black, Spanish, Jews, all of this in you. So I feel as a people, we will get far when we start worrying about this color and we start just treating people for how they are, who they are. You're going to have some good ones. You're going to have some bad ones. And you treat them as such. But the most important thing, I feel us as African-American people need to learn to love ourselves, need to learn our roots. And that way, you better equip yourself instead of falling in line with what society say we should be, how we should look, how we should rock our hair. Like, it's just redundant. Like, I don't know. I just say, and I'm a mutt, so I mixed it up over here like, it's crazy. Where we at now, it's hard to what we need.
Kamal say it's hard to have leaders today when the masses will expect them to be perfect. Don't you know Martin was knocking them down like crazy? Yeah, Michael he was having plenty of infidelity. The minute someone sees someone imperfection, they forget the message and dive into the imperfection. Correct.
That's so true.
How you doing today too, bro? Exactly. You know, but even with that, Kamal, we hid all of the black people who was with him hid all of his infidelity. Because this man was away from his wife more than he was with his wife and kids. So, you know, he still get a hard on. He still wants some cooler hole. So, of course, they marched him in just like they marched Marilyn Monroe right into the president's Oval Office and let him
That man told me to tell y'all stop lying on his spirit. He never cheat on the...
Somebody turn her seat around. Somebody turn her seat around.
First off, Satan, mind your business. Mind your business right now, Satan.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
But come on, say I am blessed to watch my family on the ATL. We
love you
appreciate you, Big
too. Come
Rose.
on.
We blessed to have you too.
It's just ironic that you always got some goddamn words to say when either Juicy or Tayama talking. I don't understand
My
it. I mean,
God. When
I
are
just
you
don't
gonna let it
understand
go?
it.
When are you gonna let it go?
Hold
When are you
on.
gonna let it go?
In other news, there was a recent protest. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but there was two black people that got suspended or something, and the white person didn't. But here's the video. Check this out.
Of people, especially children who marched, children who were bitten by dogs, children who were beaten. If I got to get expelled, I'll take that.
Why do you think that you and Justin Jones were expelled, but Gloria Johnson was not expelled?
You cannot ignore the racial dynamic of what happened today. Two young black lawmakers get expelled and the one white woman does not. That's a statement in and of itself.
Yeah. But she'll be back. You plan to be back.
We'll be back. I believe Memphis and Millington gonna send us back. And we're going to keep fighting for our communities because the status quo is not working. It's hurting people. It's killing people. And they're treating things like this as normal. We can never normalize the ending of democracy. We can never normalize the tyranny of the way that these people in positions of power are operating due to white supremacy and due to the maintenance of patriarchy. That's what we're up against. But we are going to fight it because we believe that there is a future that we can live into that is better than the present that we currently have.
Well, first of all, let's go back. The way he wear his hair scares the shit out of white people. Because being serious. If you look back, especially in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, hold on, Kamal say, when the white folks show imperfection, they come out and apologize and are forgiven. That is true. But they look at that man right there as a militant. Anybody, but Tony, did you not just hear him say the exact same thing I said when I got on the show? That they're taking away democracy. And it becomes tyranny when democracy is replaced. Right. I ain't never seen that video and you just posted something and he's saying the exact same shit that I'm saying. Because when we learn
out of the mouth of two or three, all things shall come to pass. That's the word.
Listen, when we learn that voting, our votes seem to matter, but it doesn't. Because these individuals are gonna do what they want to do anyway. Anyway, why is there nobody answering the question of why the white lawmaker who was there also didn't get expelled, but the two black ones did? Where is the answer? And another thing gotta happen. There has to be we are still in level 3 protest, where all we do is march and shout. Until we are willing to tear up motherfucker shit, that shit matters, none of this shit is gonna stop. We gotta stop motherfucking barbecuing. We gotta stop motherfucking goddamn buying check sodas and putting them in coolers and walking down streets. You gotta start taking over capitals. You gotta start doing the same shit that white folks did for the insurrection, showing up by the thousands and hundreds of thousands. And
so you want me to be hungry? You taking away barbecues and shit.
Behind the stage.
I don't even want to come to your rally, brother.
But I'm just tired of the marching because the marching hasn't done anything.
But you just was screaming you wanted somebody to put their life on the line.
Thelma, what I'm saying is, sweetie, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. But we have to be willing. Do you know, as great and powerful as Malcolm Martin and Malcolm was, Medgar Everett was, you know who the United States government feared more than anybody?
The black woman.
Nobody was scared of them crunchy lettuce lips. The Black Panther Party.
I will read you. Because
listen, the Black Panther Party that walked their streets with legal guns and were standing up to police the legal way that they had it by the law to do was considered the most dangerous group of people to ever walk inside of the United States. That's what they were. That's what they was afraid of. Black people legally taking up arms and going against the tyranny of white police departments. And until black people who don't have felonies on their record start doing the same thing throughout the United States, all throughout the United States, let them be known that it won't be no more of this and it won't be no more of that. We're gonna continue to get our ass kicked.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I need you to know, the biggest fear in America is the black female. That's why you have the FBI.
You might be talking about the one. You might be talking about the ones that died.
Intelligence.
You talking about the ones that's already died.
The black woman is powerful.
You talking about the ones that not these new age hoes because they ain't doing it but selling $40 pussy.
Put him in the backstage.
He said too, because they just need enough money to pay their
because y'all ass go to these hoes as sugar daddies, that little hole in the wall. Of course, you gonna get that back ass lettuce.
Listen. Ain't nobody following these $40 hoes with beat out old pink guts talking about we shall overcome. What you talking about overcoming a dick?
I don't know, that sounds like a good
following
plan.
Wow.
What you talking about? Oh.
Yes. Fine nigga Friday. Well, see, I guess I ain't a nigga, so I guess you gotta give Tony and Legacy the $5.
Oh Lord. Say you a nigga.
On occasions.
It's a portion.
Lord, somebody take off the stage. If this goddamn Tony just will not take Taylor off the stage.
You over there. Why you want to put me backstage?
When I don't do too much, you ain't got nail problems with me in the backstage. Say I'm gonna do too much all the time. I'm sick of this disrespect on here.
I am so sick of you coming for me. I ain't coming for nobody. I ain't got no lettuce slips. I don't know why you be coming for me. You be gunning for my head. I don't know why. But you know what? I kind of done figured it out, Legacy.
What's up, sis?
Get you a picture of something that damn female in your Rolodex have. And I know that for fact. That's why you always coming for me. Don't you believe it, Tony? Because he be coming for me. Legacy, why did Tony get blank out on you? Because he be trying to send me backstage around the corner. I've been good all night, Legacy. Why you coming for me?
I'm not. It's just Tony just let you get away with murder as soon as
let me tell you, you know I had a comment about that video we just seen. You didn't see me say Nancy word.
Tony wants you to comment.
Tony said he put himself backstage. So, like for real, I ain't come for damn person. Cause y'all know that white lady, if they gone, her ass need to be gone too. I ain't say nothing. I just was like, okay, rise above it.
But above what? Because we can't get over that goddamn here. We seen it, just can't get over that.
Tony, you hear Tony? He telling me, yep, that was the word. See, I ain't say none of that. So why I'm going in the bank? And y'all know I was ready.
What was the word, Tayama?
I can't say it.
You talking about them crackers?
Nah, I'm gonna go eat some right now.
Oh.
I'm finna have crackers and tuna fish. You want some?
Long as it's
I don't really eat crackers.
Yeah, it's carrot tuna, girl. You know, girl.
I don't really eat crackers. I stomp on them.
Girl. Honey. She started to get a lot of booty back there because that way going bye-bye. Oh, I was sharing with the community. My bad, y'all.
Listen, when Kamal Big Bear Hand come through that goddamn screen and get a handful, don't say shit.
Let me tell you, I'm trying to be Kamal and his wife, sister wife. What you mean? Boy, mind your business.
Oh my
bad.
It's a whole teddy bear over there. Come on, y'all come get me. I
was on the bus.
Hold on. Go ahead, Drew.
and this old man was trying to hit on me, but he was with this lady. She sat across. Everything he said to me after he asked like how many kids, he was just asking so many questions. She was like, oh, first one was he said, I'm a Capricorn. What's your sign? I said, I'm an Aquarius. She said, don't ask me mine. So then I looked at him, and she said, well, I'll tell you anyways. And she said, I'm a Gemini.
God
so,
damn.
so at that point, I realized they together. And they was trying to hit on me to be their new fun.
Did you give him your number?
And
No.
And look at you. You look a gift horse in the mouth and turn your head.
I listen. He told me about a Mercedes I could be driving him around in. He let me keep it. I know. I said, "Oh my gosh." He said, "Right now, I can you get with me. I can get you one of these." It was a green Metro car for senior citizens.
Listen, what was gonna happen was Juicy was gonna, let's say Juicy pick him up on it. And then the man ain't know that it really wasn't gonna be no fun. The man probably was gonna take Juicy ass to court for wasting his time. That's what the fuck was.
Oh,
That man gonna say I put in a whole 3 months, and this lady just played with my time. No, it ain't have but 180 days left.
No, but he asked me. He said, "What do you do?" I told him. I said, "I'm a nutritionist." He said, "Oh, you look like you do physical therapy too. You're a personal trainer." He said,
"I gotta use that."
He had something for everything. I was like, I just don't want to answer not another question. And the questions weren't disrespectful, but his response after your answer was just like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, you see how you were making her feel it?
Yes, you know where he was headed.
Yes, she knew it.
He kept his answers borderline.
Yes, right there.
The Legacy would have took him all the way over the border. See, he got on borderline. Legacy just nasty and tea. Nasty.
Listen, you gotta go ahead and ask the question. See, if I was old like him, like Juicy said, you got on any panties?
See, over the border. See, over the border.
Because I don't know how much goddamn time I got left. I ain't got 6 months to find. I need to ask the goddamn question so I can know.
That just went sideways. Like
No, I was saying that because Tony said negative. If I was the old man,
I know,
that's how I would have went.
I get it. That's what my thought was. Like, right,
he was fighting for his life. Yeah, to come upstairs.
The last one you gonna ask gonna be.
Listen, you gotta go on and shoot your shot. The worst thing she can tell you is no, you nasty auntie. And that's it. That's it. You over here beating around the bush, and you finna expire, but you trying to, man, ask that woman who she got on draw. Some people gonna say yes, some people gonna say no. If they say no, you say, let me see.
Hi, Tyson.
Ty.
Hey, cutie.
Hey.
He can see me.
He was down them stairs screaming. Y'all finna let me go.
Tyson, stop all that nonsense before I come and spank you.
He said, huh? Hey, Legacy, he like, now you already know how to put them paws on you. Don't even front in front of these people.
Okay, Legacy, no Tyson taller than him.
Oh my.
Good night, y'all. I don't really like giants.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
So let me make sure I'm understanding. The video you just showed, that's today, or they were
I got
comparing,
it. Yeah, I downloaded it today.
but it happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And it
Who the
was
black?
the protest of the gun laws that's going on in Tennessee.
Yes.
Right.
Have
And so,
any of
so
y'all been to Tennessee?
I used to
Yes.
live in Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah,
What part of Tennessee?
Murfreesboro and Tullahoma.
How was it?
To be honest with you, when I lived in Tennessee in the early 2000s, I'm talking about Tennessee at that time, especially in Murfreesboro, was probably one of the first places I've ever been where I actually experienced total helpfulness from white people in communities.
I want to ask a question. Where in the like geography wise are we in the southern region, in the middle? Where are you speaking of?
What you
Help us
mean?
out. What part of Tennessee is this? Is this South
Murfreesboro.
Tennessee? Is it north? I don't know the streets of
It's
Tennessee.
right. I would say it's north. I mean, I would say it's south because once you go through Eagles Point into Tennessee, because that's coming straight out of Atlanta, you go Eagles Point, then I think the next place would probably be Nashville, and then you go into Murfreesboro. So it's more or less in the southern
in the
part
South.
of Tennessee.
Okay, okay.
I know
Keep
you
going.
wanted to say that the closer you get to the north, the more they become like that.
No, no. I drove only through Tennessee when I would go from Palm Beach to Kansas. And Tennessee, I flew out of there before too when I went to Kansas to come back. Um, but closer to the highway is usually um those are stores. If there's like little small stores, they're not black owned stores usually by the highway.
Right.
So my experience could be different because of where I'm just traveling through. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to understand how they were considering what they're experiencing right now with these people getting, you know,
But
arrested.
Juicy, the gentleman gave us a prime example. We we tend to not because we hold on, y'all. Excuse me. It's us that don't realize what's going on because we think we have gained something over these years because we have more millionaires that are black, a few black billionaires that we have arrived. For everything that they allow us to get, they've already moved on from that shit. If you look around when we had pagers, certain people already had cell phones. When we got on the cell phones, the people that designed this shit and our government and stuff, they was already on this type of shit that we on right now. The
And now
only
I agree with you. Now where I was also trying to go with is, so the irony, I don't watch TV. However, Tony had me watching Bel Air.
Mhm.
And in Bel Air, there was a protest. And in the protest, it said anybody who joins the protest, and the protest was being led by the Black Student Union.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we got a group of black students, young, gifted, our future, deciding to come together and take a stand for something that they all agree in. And this
and
had
it's
nothing
and
to,
it's legal and it's
and
legal to have a non-violent protest against anything.
right.
Right.
However, this had no this had nothing to do with what they were protesting. Didn't reflect them. It reflected their culture, their race. So anybody who stood in, they were said, if you join the protest, you're going to get expelled. Now that tactic was used to get people to say, I have too much on the line, I don't want to join.
You're breaking up, Kate.
People have to choose. All these people now have to choose between. They have to choose between, are they going to protest or are they going to risk being expelled? Now here we have art or life imitating art imitating life, or dictating how things should go. In real life, a protest. And it's white people protesting. And two black people decide to join in, and they're the only ones who get expelled. So did they just get set up to think that they could legally do something that they're not lawfully able to do?
Well, you can't say it's not lawful because, again, it's in our Constitution that we can assemble to protest against our government, and any other thing is as long as it's non-violent. So it goes back to what Tayama said earlier, or maybe you said it, Kate, where you have to know the law. And in order for you to do anything, it's always best to know your rights and at the same time stand in it. And at the same time, you have to spew it at the tyranny. Because when you don't spew it at them and let them know that you have a legal, lawful right to do this, and it ain't a damn thing they can do about it, because guess what? Each one of us are going to put a chain lawsuit against you if you try to suspend or expel anybody. This is when the back down happens. But like you say, Kate, most individuals, when they make these policies and rules or come out and spew this bullshit out their mouth, we're going to expel you, blah, 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 blah. It ain't that they want to really expel anybody. It's the fact that they want to try to dwindle down as much or as many people as they possibly can, to where the protest does not make grander or make it to platforms to where it's into the news and things like that, because that's when it becomes public view, and that's when other people want to know what's going on to where these people are protesting. And at the same time, if you are not willing to stand for something, then that means you're willing to fall for anything.
Amen.
And if you so locked in that this is the goddamn school that you gotta graduate from, as if they already gonna get you jobs and shit like that, because even after you leave there, you still gotta put in the legwork of going to get you a job. So at the same time, I'm gonna reiterate it again. If there's not one damn thing that you willing to say, you know what, enough is enough, I'm not gonna take this shit no more, this is my stand, then guess what? You're gonna eventually fall for something, and you ain't gonna even have a choice in it because you never stood for a goddamn thing. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I think Tony and Thelma and Juicy know, but about 3 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, right before spring break, a little white boy, I had to use that word right there, cause he's
white.
No, cause he's 10. he ain't got as much. He don't have as much salt yet on his cracker. So,
but then again, apples don't fall too far from trees, and he being raised up in it. So
right, I'm finna tell y'all what went on. So he had the audacity to call my daughter a monkey, and to be honest, my daughter never heard him say it, but the other little white boys that heard him say it made them uncomfortable. So they went and reported it to the teacher. So they removed the little racist white boy, out of my daughter's class and reported it to the principal. So the principal didn't call me or the mom or Naya's mom on this matter because she didn't hear it too close to the end of the day. But my daughter told me. So y'all know I went to work.
Superman.
So we went. I contacted the principal. I remember Tony asking me, "Are you? What you say? Are you going to jail tomorrow, or are you gonna call him?" So I said, "I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna give him an opportunity first." So sure enough, I contacted the principal, and the principal did do an investigation on it, and sure enough found out that the little white boy that don't have enough salt on his cracker yet, but he did say it. So we I talked to the principal, and what I told her was, when y'all do y'all report on this matter, I want his words exactly how he said it in these memoirs. Y'all say y'all finna put it on his record. Y'all want this to be done the right way. His words need to be on this paperwork. Don't talk about anything else other than him saying the word monkey so that this can follow him. Okay. By the time spring break was over, I received it, and they took the word monkey and tried to make it harassment. Well, that didn't sit well with them. So I got in touch with the superintendent of the Board of Education, and yesterday we had a meeting. Me, the principal, the lieutenant superintendent, which everybody was white except for me. When I tell you it was nothing but God, because I couldn't have articulated it myself the way that I did. But I took him to school. Also with a white police officer, I took his ass to school too. And I told them that y'all got 1 week to retract what y'all sent to the state, and the word monkey better be added in there. Because if the word monkey don't get added to this, and they got a policy in this school that say that they can't tell me what was the disciplinary action that they bestowed upon him, because their Board of Education of Lee County don't want other parents to know what are the disciplinary actions of the child in the school. I say, so you mean to tell me that my daughter can come back to school from spring break, even though the little boy has been moved out of a class? That's not a discipline. That's just you trying to remove the black mark or the stain that was in the class and put it in another class where he can still get his education. I said, but you mean to tell me?
And still do this to other students.
Right. So, but this is when I made them feel it. I say, so my daughter can still walk in this school today and still see him in another class, and you don't think that still hurts her? You don't think that still hurt me? Yes, we do. I said, well, let me give you another example. Let's say I raped you, and black police officers come and take me away, and they tell you they're going to do an investigation, I'm going to go to jail, and that they'll let you know what the outcome is in the matter, but they can't tell you what my sentence is. And I say, just imagine you on a train, and you're going to the back of the train because that's where they only see that, and your rapist is in the seat waiting for you because nobody notified you and told you that he was out of jail or if he even got any time, and that's the seat you got to sit in. Won't you continue to feel victimized? They couldn't do it but drop their goddamn head. I say, now I'm going to give you 1 week. If this ain't put back in there like I told you to, and I ain't said ask this time because I already asked. If that's not done in 1 week, I'm going to have you answer these same questions in front of the news station. I say, because I'm gonna make sure that they understand this is how goddamn school shootings take place. Because y'all allow bullying to go on and you cover up what little white boys and little white girls do in the school system. And at the same time, it be those that come back in the school system because you never taught them a goddamn thing about consequences. I say, so you got a week. I say, but when I get ready to do this, understand it's gonna be the news and it will be the ATL show. Understand? And then they so damn dumb. I'm sitting there with 2 phones and I got both of my goddamn phones on record. I say, but let me show y'all what the definition of what a hate crime is. Because they thought hate crimes only consist of violence. I say, that's not just hate crime, sweetie. I say, anytime you single out a race of one person and start to bully that race, because you can cause mental damage, you can cause physical damage, you can cause emotional problems. All of those, when you do that, it's considered a hate crime. I say, what you won't do is equate hate. Well, you will not equate harassment and hate in one, because they're 2 different things. Then I pulled up harassment and showed them that it was different. I said, what I want you to understand is Anaya Williams will never walk inside of your school and have to hold her head down because of the color of her skin. I said, now this is my last time talking about this. Next time the news will be out there. I promise you that. Well, Mr. Williams, what can we do? I said, obviously there ain't a goddamn thing you can do because you ain't did it. You tried to cover up his actions. I said, but you got 1 week. That happened yesterday.
Oh my.
Oh, and I told Miss Gressick, who the principal, I said, Miss Gressick, I've been knowing you for about 2 years now. And I promise you, don't you understand and know that when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. She said, yes, sir, I do. I said, okay, then tell your superintendent because obviously she don't know.
She better Google you. Bitch.
You know, I was thinking about bringing you and Tayama with me when I go next week, but I don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. I got a brand new car outside with gas in it. I'm gonna pull up to Coachella. You ain't say nothing.
All 3 of us going to jail.
No, we not. No, we not.
Yes, we is.
Rebuke. No.
Yes, we are.
Why he looking over there like somebody say, you know you go?
Yes, we are.
Y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna do the due process in the right way.
Listen, Kate be talking all that rainbow shit, but she'd have been going to jail too.
No, I ain't gonna be going to jail. Cause I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do everything the right way. But they gonna feel it. Like you say, it's consequences and repercussions.
Yes. Well, listen, y'all, great people. It's that time. Oh man, we love everybody that be coming in and participating.
Tony told me this was gonna be a quick show, Legacy.
That what he told you?
Amen. On God, on God, on God.
Well, I don't know what happened. How come the show didn't end early, Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
Take it up with God.
Abundance.
Take it up with the Father.
We finna get out of here, y'all.
I
receive it. But we're gonna go on and get out of here. We're gonna start with our sister, the juiciest cakes in the business. Juice Cake, let them know.
Every Tuesday. Peace, y'all. Blessings. And y'all can find me every Tuesday and Friday on the ATL show. Why you got me up there like y'all can't see my picture? I'm so sorry, y'all. I'll be back and I'll be able to show my face on Tuesday. On Facebook, I got plenty of pictures. On Instagram, I got plenty of pictures. On TikTok, I got plenty of pictures. And that's Nicole Purse, Miss Beautiful, and Miss Juicy Cakes. Or check out Enliven to You for all your homeopathic and wellness needs. Again, you want to learn how to self-care because it's the best care? Hit me up.
All right, y'all. That was the juiciest cakes in the business. We're going to bring out the boss lady, one and only, my sister, my love, my boss.
You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram. Well, first of all, on Instagram, you can reach me at Tayama01. You can reach me on Facebook at Tayama Copeland. You also can reach me at justintimeaccessories@gmail. Pretty much that's it. Smooches.
All right, y'all. Y'all know who it is. It's about that time. The man that makes it possible for us. The thorn in our side. The one that sent out the alert for the show to start 15 minutes before the show starts. The man that gets on my nerve. My brother. My big brother. And he's old, too. The one and only. AB. Let him know.
I tell you, there's something. Well, that damn legacy. I'm gonna have to bring him to the HR and counsel him. But anyway, y'all can find me on the Anthony Brown Show. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube under the Anthony Brown Show or Anthony Brown. Please follow my Facebook page. It's called Anthony the Writer. I appreciate that so much. It's going by leaps and bounds. I'm also on TikTok. I'm on Facebook Reels. I'm doing my thing. And words to live by, and I tell everybody every week, and I live by it, and you should too. You got to grind until you shine.
Y'all heard from the boss man. Y'all know who I am. I'm Legacy the Great. And you can find me on Facebook up under our Dream Williams. You can also reach out to me at YouTube up under Legacy the Great. My email is legacyunlocked@mail.com. You can call me for all business purposes. You know what it is. Legal work, get your ass locked out your car, things of that nature. Hit your boy up. You know, I'm a little unprofessional tonight. I've been had a long week and I'm a little sick. So what I want to tell you right quick is ATL ho!
Wow. You need some you sound like the Tin Man. You need to slide some oil to you. Good night, everybody.
You need to get you some local honey.
Okay.
Local honey.
That goddamn cake.
Honey, what got him in that position?
No.
How do honey got me in this position? Man, that's good.
That's her name,
that's a
honey.
whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show, y'all. See you next time. Good night.
28 grams of moss, 28 grams of moss. Little people the king, little people the king. Y'all ain't ready for this, y'all ain't ready for this. Yeah. I'm the champion, I'm the champion, don't know why you can't wanna wait to be when it's sweet just to give you cats a chance to eat. What you got for early getting finished the plate. Now that I'm back, you rap cats are gonna have to wait. Been gone a whole year, still nobody got the leadership or the heart to even feel my spot. I'm the champion, must I say it again? The best in this rap game and I continue to win. Still I'm allergic to that, losing makes me sneeze. Like you phony rap cat, about to make me squeeze. Bring your whole crew, nigga, I'ma swallow that. So when it pops off, ASC is on a holler back. It's 28 grams, nigga. I've been running this shit. So anything in front of me can fuck around and get hit. I follow you rap cats, so you niggas my sons and I'm the truth. Wow, cause I'm the motherfucking champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. Still rep the A&T, but I carry my throne. God bless every child that can hold it on. And I am that child, as you niggas can see. Cause ain't another rapper out here better than me. And this goes to anybody trying to steal my spot. I'm number one in this shit, so number one you die. So when you can't scream, y'all is the best, I laugh. Like really, you cats don't really know the half. You do the math, and that's yourself who really great. Then add it up and watch it equal up to 28. So that's the little cats know who really the done. I'm overall, I let you niggas fight for number one. See, I put that on my life, put that on my sons. Gotta stay the best of people leaking trade love. If I throw it on the key, you can put that on my heart and I'm the God. Cause I'm the motherfucking champion.